Thanksgiving. It's a time to gather around the table with your closest family and friends, enjoy a home-cooked meal, and just enjoy each other's undivided attention. You guys, I am so glad that you were all able to be here with me for this holiday. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, seeing as you haven't married or given me any grandchildren, I guess this is the best we can do. Wait, what? She means, are you seeing anyone? Come on now, you guys, leave her alone. Thank you, Carl. I know how you millennial women are now. You want to keep your options open. Awkward. Can we change the topic, please? Okay, fine. Let's not talk about such a touchy topic like relationships. Let's talk about something that won't cause any arguments. Like politics. Right. Well, I can't control the dinner conversation, but I can at least give you my best tips on how to cook the perfect Thanksgiving turkey. I mean, that'll shut them up, right? No, I'm just kidding. You don't want to shut anyone up on Thanksgiving. Except Carl, maybe. We could shut Carl up. All right, let's start with prepping your turkey. If you bought a frozen turkey, you might underestimate how long it is going to take to defrost that sucker. The best way to defrost a turkey is in the fridge, but at that temperature, know that it's going to take about 1 day for every 4 pounds to thaw. So that means if you got a 12-pound turkey, you need to give yourself at least 3 full days to ensure that the turkey is completely defrosted and you don't end up with a frozen bird on Thanksgiving morning. Tip number 2 is all about brining your turkey. Now, there's a big debate. Do I brine the turkey? Do I not brine the turkey? Personally, I am in the brine the turkey category. Okay, so brining the turkey is really great, but wet brining is sort of a messy job. So my tip is to use a clean, unscented garbage bag and a big cooler with some ice. Or even better yet, most brining kits nowadays come with like a big, huge plastic bag you can use. So if you see that option, opt for that brining kit. This is going to be a much cleaner brine and it's going to free up very precious space in your refrigerator for Thanksgiving morning. On that note, don't forget that some turkeys come pre-brined, so make sure you check the packaging on your turkey. What you're looking for is wording something like it says, contains 10% salt water mixture, or contains a mixture of salt water and seasoning. You just want to check and make sure that this turkey is not brined because you don't want to double brine it. I feel like this is an important time to note that if this is your first time cooking a turkey, make sure you check inside your turkey for the giblets because they are very often in there and sometimes they're wrapped in plastic and you definitely don't want to cook a piece of plastic inside of your turkey. All right, it's Thanksgiving morning, you've woken up, it is time to get your turkey into the oven, right? No. Slow down, cowboy, okay? There are a lot of steps we need to do before that bird is going in the oven, and the first thing we need to do is get it out of the fridge and get it up to room temperature. Cooking a cold bird is going to lead to uneven cooking, and that's going to lead to a dry bird with dry meat. And nobody wants dry meat, right, Carl? Rightio. Next up, it is time to stuff the bird. Actually, no. It's not. Cooking stuffing inside of your turkey means you need to cook your turkey longer to ensure that the stuffing is cooked all the way through because, you know, you want to avoid things like foodborne illnesses on Thanksgiving in general. It's like a good rule of thumb. But cooking a turkey longer means you're going to get drier meat. We've already established that nobody wants drier meat, so I suggest you leave your stuffing out of your turkey, cook it in a casserole dish instead, or even better, consider cooking them in muffin trays because this is going to have a bunch of little individual servings for every single person and everybody gets those nice, delicious, crispy edges on their stuffing that they want. As for what to put into the cavity of your turkey, I suggest some things that'll be aromatics. I love using herbs, rosemary, sage, poultry seasoning. I like using citrus, or one of my favorite things to use for Thanksgiving turkeys is apples. It is still not time to cook that turkey. We're going to truss the turkey. You might think trussing the turkey is just gonna make it look pretty, and yes, it will make your turkey look pretty, but it's actually going to help you get a much more even cook to your turkey, which is just gonna lead to a better, juicier bird. Now to truss your turkey, you're just gonna fold the wings under the bird, then take some kitchen twine from the back of the bird across the breast to the legs, which you're going to cross and then tie up. All right guys, we are getting closer to putting the turkey in the oven, but it is still not time. This next hack is going to ensure not just a juicy, but also a flavorful turkey without having to baste your turkey. Now, the reason you don't want to have to baste your turkey is because every time you baste your turkey, you need to open the oven door. Every time you open the oven door, the temperature inside your oven is going to lower a little bit. And every time your temperature in your oven lowers a little bit, it means it's going to take a little bit longer to cook your turkey. And cooking the turkey a little bit longer leads to, you guessed it, drier meat. Instead, we're going to mimic basting by covering your turkey in cheesecloth. Take cheesecloth that you've soaked in herbed butter, drape it all over your entire turkey. Once the bird starts to cook, all of that butter and delicious flavors are just going to seep inside of the turkey and essentially baste the turkey for you with no oven door opening. Okay, next it is time to get your bird onto a roasting rack. Oh shoot, you don't have a roasting rack, do you? Now, a roasting rack is important because it's gonna lift your turkey up off of all of the juices that are happening underneath. But if you don't have one, you can easily just DIY one with some tin foil. Take some tin foil, roll it out, and you're gonna make it into long sort of cylinder rolls. And you wanna place one every about inch inside of your roasting pan, and then plop your turkey on side of that. That's gonna lift it up out of the juices and make sure you get a nice, even cook. All right guys, we have made it. It is time to finally put the turkey into the oven. My tip here is use 2 temperatures. You wanna start your turkey super high and you wanna cook it there for 30 minutes before you drop it down to the standard 350. The reason you wanna do that is the super high heat is going to render the fat of the turkey and it's gonna create that super delicious crispy skin that you want. Then you can lower it to 350 and continue to cook as normal. On the topic of crispy skin, if you happen to notice that your turkey's browning a little too fast and you're not yet at the internal temperature you need to be, don't lower the temperature of your oven. Super simple hack here, just take a small piece of tin foil, open your oven really quick, pop it over the top of your turkey, and then close that oven up. It's gonna stop the browning of the turkey, but let you continue to cook it at the temperature you are cooking it. All right, now that we've gotten to this very important time that we've waited for to finally put our turkey in the oven, now you kind of wanna do nothing. You just wanna let the turkey sit there and do its thing until it reaches an internal temperature of 165. On that note, please do me a favor and ditch those free little pop-up indicators that come with your turkey. They are just not reliable. Instead, get yourself a digital thermometer. These are super cheap. I'll link one you can get on Amazon down below. You want one that you can read outside of the oven because that way you don't have to keep opening the door to check the temperature. Basically, you're setting it and forgetting it until it gets to 165 and then pull out your done turkey. You did it, and that means we are at my final and last tip, which has to do with leftovers, which, I mean, we could probably all agree are one of the best parts of Thanksgiving is the leftovers. So if you want really good turkey leftovers, my tip is when it's time to carve your turkey, only carve as much as you and your guests are going to eat and leave the rest on the bird. That way you can just carve it as you're ready to eat it. And what this is going to do is prevent your leftovers from being too dry. It's gonna hold the moisture in until it's time to eat it. All right, my friends, that does it for my turkey hacks. I hope that this helps you for Thanksgiving, which is coming up very, very close. As always, thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I hope you're having a fantastic day. And I will see you all in my next video.